What's good, risk takers? It's getting hype up in here in risk land. Let's go. I've got some important information to go over with you in the next Ultimate CNFT YouTube update. So let's check this stuff out right now. All the important information leading up to mint day. So this first one right here, we're going to go over. This is the extension of the actual mint time itself. So as we alluded to earlier yesterday in the chat, we know that some of you really wanted to have an extended time. 2 hours was too short. We think 6 hours is simply too long, so we compromised. We listened to you, but we also did what we think we needed to do, and we went right in the middle at 4 hours. So you've got a 4-hour window to mint. Here is your graphic right here. You'll notice that the free mint and the whitelist mint overlap. So in other words, both of these start at the same time, 4 p.m. UTC, September 9th. So how this works is you're going to be able to go in here and you're going to be able to mint your whitelist. The max is going to be whatever it is, the highest roll that you have. That's going to be a separate transaction than any of the free mints that you have. I'll go over that more in detail as I made another announcement about that yesterday. So we'll get into that. What you need to know for right now is that we start at 4 p.m. UTC and then the public will switch over at 8 p.m. UTC. Keep in mind also, if there should be anything left over from the whitelist mint or the free mints that did not get minted within this 4-hour window, that's all going to roll over to the public mint. So you're going to have plenty of time to do that. And also something to note, the public mint, once it kicks in, we're going to allow everybody to hit up to a total of 5 NFTs per transaction. Now, another thing to note here is that the whitelist is slightly over allocated. It is a first come, first serve situation. You're going to do yourself a favor if you get there early. It's kind of like having the same thing that's going to happen in the public, except there's going to be 5x transactions by you get to that time. A lot of people are trying to build their Elite 8 sets, and I don't want to make you have to mint 1 or 2 at a time just to get there, so we gave you that option. Let's move on to the next announcement. You saw our nice little opener there in this video. Great looking hype video. You guys go ahead and share that stuff anytime you get the opportunity to, because the more eyes we do on the project, the better. Next one on the docket here is your official whitelist registration information. Now, I've been telling you guys, and I'll keep telling you guys because I don't want anybody to miss anything. There's the link. You can click right there. The registration is going to be, the final date for that is going to be Friday, September 8th at 4 p.m. UTC. You'll notice this is exactly 24 hours before we mint. We want to give you guys as much time as possible to make sure you get your addresses registered. A lot of people cut those off days in advance. We're going to give you up to 24 hours. That's a shout out and a tribute to Brave Dog Minting Services, because they are incredible at getting all the information plugged into their minting machine. So they gave us the green light to go ahead and give you guys up to a full 24 hours before the mint day. There's your beautiful looking graphic with one of our nice one-of-ones featured on that. We'll talk a little bit more about the one-of-ones in a minute. You know that there's 20 of them coming. We've got 2 out and some more sneak peeks to lead up to mint day for you. So keep that in mind, guys. Closing registration. Now, again, real quick note on this. Because we're going up to a full 24 hours before the mint actually kicks in, there will be absolutely no exceptions, you guys. I'm sorry if you're late to this. That's on you. We've been putting out these posts. This is why I make these videos for you guys. No exceptions. You must make that cut off. All right, next announcement here. A lot of information to go over on this one. Okay, this is all the information based on the UOG NFTs and the royalty NFTs. Now, we all know by this time that for each one of these that you hold that is not listed on the marketplace, you will get a free mint. These free mints do stack all the way to the moon. So if you own 100 of them, you're going to get 100 free mints. But all jokes aside, we know that a lot of people own multiple of these. So again, the only stipulation is that they cannot be listed on any marketplace, which is totally standard for the NFT space we're in. And, you know, actually, you're going to be able to still buy these up until the snapshot date. The snapshot date we'll go over in a minute, but there's all this information. I urge you guys to read these posts. We make these posts very detailed for a reason. I also like to make these videos so you can listen to them in video form. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but all the information is right there. The important part about this particular post is that the snapshot will take place between 12 p.m. UTC and 3 p.m. UTC on Saturday, September 9th. That is the day of the mint. So I would advise you to get all of your assets into the wallets that you're going to use for your free mints. This is specifically pertaining to your free mints. Your whitelist and your free mints do not have to be in the same address. However, they can also be in the same address. Again, you'll have to mint those separately, but if you keep them stacked up the right way, you won't have to worry about any of that stuff. I would not move any assets until we actually make a formal announcement that the snapshot has taken place. Now, if it was me personally coming to you just as Ultimate CNFT here, which I tell people all the time in the previous videos I've made on a lot of projects, I always leave my stuff in there until I've already completed my task, because nothing ever is a guarantee until it's already been done and the NFTs are in your wallet. That's just me speaking, but you are free to move after we've posted that announcement. I would wait until then. This, again, is the same day of the actual mint itself, so that's very, very important. You can read up on all this stuff as well. There's, again, another plug for a whitelist registration. You know we will not accept anything past the actual date that we have put down there. And one more little reminder down here for you that the whitelists are slightly over allocated, and it will be a first come first serve event, and all the other ones will roll over into the public. We have saved an exact amount of at least, so we can guarantee that there will at least be 333 of these NFTs reserved for the public mint. If we all sell out in the whitelist and everybody mints their free mints, then that's all that's going to be there. Anything that rolls over will be part of the public. Again, 5x transactions per limited transaction. All right, next announcement to go over on the docket here before we get into a couple more updates for you to be aware of. This is an update pertaining to what we were going to do with the mint. Now, we were going to give you guys two options. That was our initial plan, was to give you the option to go straight ADA or also 70 ADA and 10 ADA worth of risk tokens. Unfortunately, we cannot facilitate that because Brave Dogs does not have the ability to do that. So what we're going to do instead, and here is all of the information in this announcement if you want to look at all the details here, but let me summarize it for you. We're going to take 5% of our total mints from this proceed, our total ADA from this proceed of the mint, and we're going to use that to buy up risk tokens off the open market, and we're going to burn 100% of them. It's actually very balanced. We did the numbers. We thought about this very detailed internally, and we figured how many people may actually choose to use the 10 ADA option, and we actually think that if we take 5% of the overall proceeds that we're bringing in from the 80 ADA mint is actually probably going to exceed that by a little bit, so that's cool. We're going to take those numbers and we're going to split them up evenly between MintSwap and ViFi platforms, which are the two that we are officially linked with, and you can actually buy our tokens on. So we will also update all that information and let you know exactly how many tokens we purchased and when they're going into the burn wallet. And of course, when something is burnt, it's never going to be back on there again. A little note that I put here, we're going to be always finding ways to burn this token. Supply and demand is the ultimate decider of the health of a particular market, no matter which market you're in. I firmly believe this, we firmly believe this, and we're going to be integrating all these things in a fun way. Read up on all this information if you'd like. Now let me share a few things with you before we end this video and get on the rest of our day. Let's go. Real quick, before we move on, I wanted you guys to know that we are already up into the number 2 spot because of this. We are listed on CNFT tools, and you can vote us all the way to the top. We're in the number 2 position right now. We're only a few votes off the number 1 position. Hey, that's a testament to the power of the risk community that we've got here. Oh yeah, we believe in you, and you guys are helping us become the cream that's rising to the top. So get in there and vote, you guys. There's just a little bit of time left to get us into that number 1 position. We love those kinds of things. Real quick, we got a couple of map sneak peeks that we're going to be releasing this week. Some of them are pretty big, and we're excited to share that with you. So keep an eye on all these map updates. Some of the NFT sneak peeks, let's go over this really quick, you guys, because I'm telling you right now, and I'm trying to come at you extremely objectively from the standpoint of Mr. Ultimate and Ultimate CNFT. Objectively speaking, our art is absolutely incredible. Our artist is doing a phenomenal job. We've got more sneak peeks to share with you guys every single day leading up to Mint Day. Just look for yourself. The art, the layering, everything is done in detailed order. The shadowing, these are phenomenal. I love them. This is not even a one of one. Let's go check out some of those one of ones. I mean, look at this guy. The way they integrated the hog and the ears and the hole with the teeth and just everything Wolverine. Come on, dude, this is freaking fire. This is also not a one of one, but look at the detail. It's just so freaking cool, the job they're doing. I get excited. I'm FOMOing into my own project. When I start seeing things like Optimus Prime coming out looking like this, our artist is hand drawing all of this. This is all hand drawn original art for 80 ADA. Come on, man. We got the best deal going in the space right now. That's my personal opinion. I'm hyped. Look, I will be minting. I will also be sniping. I'm going to be out there with my sniper on mint day. There's some one-of-ones I'm looking for. Again, we alluded to that there's going to be 20 total one-of-ones. Also, a little bit of alpha for you guys. All of those one-of-ones are going to be generals. The generals are limited to 333, so keep that in mind when you're out there sniping. What else do I have to share with you before we go ahead and wrap this up? I would like for you guys to know that we've got a couple of important Twitter spaces coming up. Now, these are starting tomorrow, Wednesday. They're starting at 6 p.m. UTC. We've got a double coming up here. Where is that information? Let me go ahead and find that really quickly. Here it is. We've got so much going on. Sometimes I have to gather myself to find out everything that's going on in my own project, because I'll tell you what, we got a three-headed monster. We think independently, but we also think together and collaborate to bring stuff like this. We've got a back-to-backer coming up. This is what founders do in this space that love and care about their project and their community and take every opportunity they can to link up with all the right people and get that information out there. That's what we do. We're back-to-backing it on Wednesday. Show up and support, you guys. There's each individual one right here. We got one big one going with Sports Alpha Club and the partners. We got Ancient Dragon Alliance, Bank, Risk, myself, Mr. Ultimate here, and this is going to be a big one. There's a lot of giveaways as well. There's your time right there. And yet another one starting right after this one ends. We've got inmates. Oh yeah, Martin, Mr. Hansel, he's hosting up a good one. We've got Discover Cardano on there. You guys know if you watched my last video, YouTube video on them, everything that they're doing. We are also taking part in that as Risk. You can watch that video for the update yourself. And we got Walkers and we got Risk. We're going big. We're going long. It's football season. Let's go, Ultimates. I'll see you in the chat.